Good morning, everyone. My name is Rochi B. Kitani, studying in Negros Oriental State University in the Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Social Studies. So today, we will talk about education in emergencies. The first is foundational standards. The standards described here are critical for an effective education response. They are the basis for the application of the standards for access and learning environment, teaching and learning, teachers and other educational personnel, and education policy. So we have here foundational standards domain. First is community participation. Standard 1 participation. Community members participate actively, transparently, and without discrimination in analysis, planning, design, implementations, monitoring, and evaluation of education response. Standard 2 resources. Community resources are identified, mobilized, and used to implement age-appropriate learning opportunities. The coordination, Standard 1 coordination. Coordination mechanisms for education are in place and support stakeholders working to ensure access to and continuity of equality education. In the last part of foundational standards domains, there are 4 standards. Standard 1. Standard 1 assessment. Timely education assessment of the emergency situation are conducted in a holistic, transparent, and participatory manner. Holistic, transparent, and participatory manner. In the Standard 2 response strategies. And inclusive education response strategies include a clear description of the context, barriers to the right to education, and strategies to overcome those barriers. Standard 3 monitoring. Regular monitoring of education response activities and the evolving learning needs of the affected population is carried out. And the last standard is Standard 4 evaluation. Systematic and impartial evaluations improve education response activities and enhance accountability. And those are the foundational standards domain. And we have some supporting resources. These are the 2 examples of supporting resources. First is child rights programming, how to apply rights-based approaches to programming. This handbook aims to provide an introduction to child rights programming, save the children's approach to the use of human rights principles and standards in its work with children, their families, careers, and communities. The second one is developing capacity for conflict analysis and early response, a training manual. This is a qualitative conflict analysis and early response training manual. It has emerged from the thinking and experiences of conflict analysis experts worldwide, incorporating views from Africa, Asia, South America, Europe, and North America. Those were the samples of supporting resources. And we have here the second education in emergencies, which is the teaching and learning domain, which it has 4 parts. The first is curricula. Curricula means culturally, socially, and linguistically relevant curricula are used to provide formal and non-formal education, appropriate to the particular context and needs of learners. Formal curricula and examinations used in the education of refugees and internally displaced people are recognized by home and host government. Formal and non-formal curricula teach disaster risk reduction, environmental education, and conflict prevention. And the second one is training, professional development, and support. Teachers and other educational personnel receive periodic relevant, and structured training according to needs and circumstances. National education authorities and other relevant stakeholders should start a dialogue about a curricula for in-service teacher training and mechanisms for its recognition at the beginning of an emergency response. So the third one is instruction and learning processes. Instruction and learning processes are learner-centered, participatory, and inclusive. It addresses the needs of all learners, including those with disabilities, by promoting inclusiveness and reducing barriers to learning. And the last one is assessment of learning outcomes. Appropriate methods are used to evaluate and validate learning outcomes. In formal education programs, assessments is conducted so that learners' achievements and examinations results can be recognized by the education authorities. That will be the end of my topic. Thank you and God bless.